It's time for season 2, episode 9 of the Never Ever Met review by yours truly. Just a little synopsis of the episode. So, we starting off this episode this week with the continuation of Ty and Brittany. I did not review it last week because I didn't really think the episode last week was all that good. But go back to my last video where I told y'all something ain't right with Ty, and you can see that something is not right. Now, I told you he wasn't right, but Brittany also, you wrong because you did not like him for real. And I don't think that you needed all that time to parlay to figure that out either. But he matches women's energy way too much for me. I feel like it's a little bit of feminine energy in him to where he want to go tit for tat and go automatically yell with a woman. I don't like that. I feel like that's very much a really huge red flag within Ty. So that's something I hope he saw in himself that he went and worked on later, and so he can choose right and choose somebody that kind of matches energy more so offline too. I think it'll do Ty some justice to just date in person. Period. All right. So like I said, after they get done wrapping up their little argument or whatever the case may be, Jay calls Brittany out for her being touchy and feely, and that energy was definitely coming because she did not like her tickling her man Cinco. Okay, don't be tickling Cinco because that really rubbed her the wrong way. That got to leading her to calling her all kind of whores and stuff, which I didn't feel like that was really called for because you did crack in the shower the first episode. So I mean, can't really say nothing about her. She wasn't cracking on the first night, so I don't think you should have been going that far with it. And your other story that you brought up too, but I'll leave it alone because I'm not a judgmental person, but I don't think you should have been throwing whores and stuff around. Anyway, so Brittany, you finally decided to leave, and I just feel like, girl, about time. Like, why did we even drag this on this long? Just for you to have an uncomfortable moment in front of everybody. That's what it took. So, anywho, I didn't like how they had that conversation and he was still trying to sit and match her energy and chastise her after she said they should leave. Just leave. Why are you trying to still bring it up? Anyway, as the episode goes on, they leave and that's what they should have done, okay? Jared's still on BS. I feel like he's playing the long game. We gonna see next week, but whatever he said the first time is what he meant, and I don't feel like anything has changed. I really don't. So Jay and Cinco, they go on a little date or whatever. I think that was a cute date to get some sense going and, match each other's energy. That was really cute. I think that their discussion about her moving to Atlanta over Chicago, I really do feel her on her apprehension because she does have a son, and I do think that since Cinco does not have children, he's not really comprehending her feelings about having her support system. That is a big ask of you, like, for you to ask her to uproot her son in her life away from her support system while her son is still young. That's a big ask. So I feel that he should compromise with her more so. Like, why don't you go out there with her to Chicago for a year before her son gets into kindergarten age and see if y'all really click, if y'all really have a relationship. I think that'll be smarter to do instead of trying to force it. So at least you can go and get comfortable with her, see how it is living with her, being around her son, meeting her family. So now her family is comfortable, her support system is comfortable with you. I think that that's what they should do, but that's just my opinion personally. But I do understand her apprehension, and I don't think that he should be trying to force her to uproot her life. That's a big ask. Y'all haven't known each other long enough for her to be doing all of that to me. And I think that if you really want to be in Atlanta, you can go to Chicago for a little bit and smooth it over, bridge the gap. That's just me. But anyway, Kiki, girl, come here. You wrong. Flat out, you are wrong. You wrong. I feel like Brandon has been patient with her being distant, with all her little excuses, with all her whatever she been doing, it's been bull the whole time. And I just don't like that she has been doing him like that. I can understand him having his trauma as far as drinking. Now we understand more about why he was saying what he was saying about the alcohol, which you still don't want to project that on a person. And I can understand her feeling like they on vacation, so she gonna drink. Why everybody else is doing the same thing. But I do understand where he is coming from, just as far as that hitting close to home for him. But just don't project on people. Once she revealed her secret, I don't like how she responded. It was just like, just because she had held that from him, it was almost like, yeah, tell me what you was doing. Because, now you get mad at him because he said that he didn't do nothing for 4 years. Whether you believe him or not, you still flat out was having a whole relationship with somebody else that you still in your feelings about to the day of the show. Like, you still like the person, according to what you told the therapist on there. So she just tried to flip the script on him completely, and I do not like that. That was weird. Like, I didn't understand why Kiki was responding in the way that she was responding, while he's saying that that's his deal breaker. And honestly, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he wasn't messing with anybody for 4 years? I don't know. I can't call it. It really is irrelevant, to be honest, because at the end of the day, her being in a whole other relationship trumps that. It doesn't even matter. So I feel like he being sincere, but also 4 years is a long time. So I don't know, sir, but I don't know. It's something about him that kind of made me feel like, I don't know, a little sympathy for him in this case, and I don't know why. And maybe it's because he is trying to genuinely get to know her and has care for her and regard for her, as far as even caring about her drinking too much and all of that. So I don't really know, but I don't like how she responded. I think that it was a really, really, really weird response to try to get mad at him. Like, so you mean to tell me you weren't doing that for 4 years just because you was? Girl, get a life. Also, just deflecting and shifting that blame, that just wasn't cute. And y'all, we gonna see what happens next week. We got 4 couples left. And to be honest, Jay and Cinco are the only ones that I see leaving together out of all these people, because yikes, nobody is really hitting it off from what I've seen that make me feel like, okay, this is gonna be a real couple. This is a good look. That's a good look. But I think Jay and Cinco are already moving past the conversation of being outside the house, so that's why they're gonna leave together. But everybody else is playing, which Chris and girl, please. What we have left is what we have left, and we just gonna see that everybody gonna do what they've been wanting to do from the beginning. That's it, and that's all. Talk to you later.